All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. EVW Sports coverage of East First West 18. We are doing the pre-match interviews, and you can see that I'm joined by none other than the Canadian Wild Horse, Matt Mask. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing very well. Now, you...
Chicago, the Windy City.
Yeah.
Home, it hasn't been that windy, though.
Somewhat of a home...
Has it been windy for you?
No, it's been pleasant. It's hot.
Yeah, it's windy.
And kind of annoying in that way.
Chicago right now, yeah.
But...
Humid,
I can't complain.
It's not hot, humid.
I just come from Mumbai and that's humid.
No, yeah.
Monsoon season. Anyway, let's talk about arm wrestling.
This is humid for me. This is humid for me. Alberta's dry, right?
Okay.
So this is humid for me.
Now, you have I'm going to describe it as it's a very interesting match. Very interesting for a number of reasons.
First, it's left.
Yes, it's left.
That's interesting, right?
When was the last time you competed left?
I think I had a match in Canada. It would have been about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what about a big match,
the last time I had what I consider a world level match was against Armwrestling.
Okay.
And that was bad.
Fair enough. It's autumn.
I think after I pulled him, 6 months later, he was #1 in the world or something like that. I never even should have pulled him, right? You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't have even happened.
And you're facing the other thing that makes this interesting is the man you're facing, Iraqli. Mm-hmm. The particularly interesting thing about that is the Georgian thing.
Georgians, eh?
The Georgians.
What the fuck are them Georgians eating, man?
There's something special going on. Iraqli has made this very interesting because. I don't want to touch on the sore point, but after your loss to Nugo Chikadze, Iraqli came out boldly and said, Matt Mask will never beat a Georgian ever. Yeah. And
it's funny because he dodged me for like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
We tried to set that match up for a while with the right arm, but and he didn't want to pull me. I think he's too sensitive or something like that. So, but after he's seen that I got my ass handed to me, he's like, fuck, it'll be easy, right? Yeah. So
now
he's thinking easy win for him.
The left stats for Iraqli,
does he have any stats?
He actually told me he's won more WAF world titles on left than he has on right.
In the youth?
Yeah, in his full history, his left has actually done better. But it's been 5 years since he's had a world level match on his left, but he has felt that it's ready and it's back. So
it's probably more ready than mine. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, it's a super unknown factor, but when it comes down to let's just say the personality clash here. Your match with Nugo was potentially one of the most entertaining matches on the personality clash that arm wrestling has seen.
It wasn't my favorite match.
Well, you take a loss really well. I'll say that you.
It's one I want back. I want to pull
well.
him. I want to pull him again.
Yeah.
It's one I really, really want back. So
I think you'll get it. I think
I gotta earn it first.
The community.
I gotta earn it.
You could have you versus Nugo on every card and we'd all be happy. Mm-hmm. It was like that. But Iraqli has picked up the momentum of that. He's jumped onto that momentum of the Matt Mask v Georgia, and he's kept that fire burning. So
I gotta find somebody in Georgia I can beat.
Yeah.
Right? So if Iraqli beats me, Zurab, I want a piece of you.
Yeah.
Right? Zurab next. Somebody, and if not Zurab, then who you got for woman? Hey, I want to pull a fucking woman arm wrestler from fucking Georgia. I'm gonna beat a fucking Georgian before my time is done here in the fucking East versus West series and arm wrestling. I'm going to beat a Georgian. That is my fucking goal. Let's hope we get to do that in 3 days.
Well, in 3 days you have
the opportunity.
And I think the stars are aligned in the sense that look, it's your home ground, North America. Mm-hmm. You're going to have
Canada, but we'll
call it home ground.
We're kind of the 51st state.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's trying to convince you guys to become American.
We're kind of already American, right?
So you're going to
besides our Canadian peso. We're right on par.
Yeah, you are gonna no doubt have the crowd behind you.
Well, I would fucking hope so. I would hope so. I'd be sad if everybody's cheering for Iraqli and I'm standing up there. I'm gonna be fucking going tail between my fucking legs.
That's call it a day.
Oh my God, that'd be a bad day. It'd be a bad day.
you're going to have the crowd, and you bring energy to the table better than anyone out there. I think that Irakli, first time in the USA.
You think he's going to cry?
I think Irakli is under.
You think he'll cry?
Well, look, I don't want to offend Irakli.
Wait, I hear he's a crybaby. You think he's going to cry?
Well, he does.
Cried after Todd
Hutchins.
I heard he cried after Todd Hill. You think I can make him cry? I hope I can make him cry. I really hope I can.
I'd like to see that mission.
Yeah, I'll wipe his tears for him too if I do. I'd really love to see him cry.
So let's talk about the stylistic matchup. Where you had a difficulty with Nugo because you had to come down so far. You're not going to have that with Irakli. Irakli's
I should. Yeah, I should be able to come up.
The ratios are ratios that you're very familiar with. He's a top roller. You're a top roller.
Is he a top roller with his left?
Yes.
I heard he's a hooker with his left.
He can hook, but he's a top roller.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he told me.
He's bisexual with his left. He swings both ways.
He does. He swings both ways on the left.
Both ways.
Goodness me. So, yeah, so you got to be ready for that. But I don't think it. I mean, it's not that that'd be a problem if someone you're happy.
I really don't know how it's going to show up. Right, like I've honest, and it's not that my left sucks. My left is okay. You know what I mean? Like I think it's on. I definitely at a top national level, venturing into that world level, but I've never had the confidence with it. Right, like every single time, just from the early ages in.
Is the left the hand that you
got into
dislocated the finger? Or that was
no,
right?
That's the right. Yeah.
Okay.
But like from early ages, it was I just never had any confidence with it. And no matter how many matches I've won with my left, I still always, it's a left-hand match. I wonder if it's going to show up, right? So, which actually kind of plays in my favor. So I do better when I think I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
Or
well, your success,
I'm fear of losing.
When I think of your left-hand matches against Devon back with the WAL days, I feel like you looked really good on left against him.
Yeah, and it's still I'd say it's still right around there, but I just don't have the confidence with it, right?
Yeah.
Like I was surprised every time I made it to the top four, never mind in the finals with my left, right? Every time I win a match, I'm like, oh my god, I won, right? So it's something that I've always had the lack of confidence with, right? And it's like I can't train it as hard as my right. Like I can do table time with my left, but it's usually about 2/3 the amount of time I can do with my right. I don't lift weights with my left. Every time I lift weights with my left, then it's fucked for like 2 months after. So it's pretty much I'll have a match and then I just pretty much go in recovery mode until the next time I get a phone call again. And then it's like, you ready, buddy? You know what I mean? And then try to pep talk it and build it up, right? Okay, when they say go, we're gonna move, right?
Yeah,
you know,
go.
so it's So whether or not he listened the last couple days when I've been talking to it, and I've been petting it, and fucking, you know, I've got a nice little pillow to rest on at night and shit, you know.
No phantom pains or anything like that?
No, not with my left. No, my left actually feels fairly healthy right now, which is weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really weird. So we'll see. We'll see if it feels healthy Saturday.
Yeah, well,
I heard I'm like match 7 or something like that. Well, I thought it was going to be like match 3 or 4.
Like I said, the entertainment factor with
you gotta wait. You gotta wait and watch everybody else and try to keep the nerves down, right? So.
Yeah. Well, look, is there any chance for Irakli in this match in your mind at all?
For Irakli to win?
Yeah.
Of course there is. Yeah, it's my left. We just had this conversation, right?
But still, when we look at
of course, everybody. You know what? At this level, it don't matter. Like even, if you would have asked me if Nugo was going to have a chance against me, I would have said no. But look what happened, right? You know what I mean? So for me to exclude Irakli out in the left arm, especially with the confidence I have in my left arm, no, of course Irakli has a chance. I think anybody on any side of the table going against anybody at this level has a chance. If you think that they don't have a chance, then, you know, you better fucking keep your eyes open because they're going to be well surprised, right? So, but yeah, he's definitely has a chance. I think I have a chance, right?
Yeah, well, I think
I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I had a chance.
The community looks at it. I think you are the favorite.
I think Irakli's the favorite. Well, I think they got me. I've seen polls where Irakli was 55, I was 45.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd seen polls where you were 55.
Well, maybe you're not looking at the same polls I'm looking at.
Yeah. In my gut feel, I say top roll v top roll. You're the taller guy. It's in your sweet zone. he's got to do something different. I don't think he can just do his ace because of your lever length, your hand size. I feel like he has to change something up. But maybe, like you said, he swings both ways.
But he's Georgian.
And he's Georgian.
He swings both ways, and he's Georgian. So
that's pretty much all we need to say.
I think the interview's adjourned.
Yeah, it is. Well, look, Matt, I will leave it there. And look, I want to wish you best
to
of
the
luck.
bisexual Georgian Irakli, we welcome you to Chicago, the Windy City.
And of course, ladies and gents, get your pay-per-view. This one happens this weekend, June 21st, East vs. West 18. Get your pay-per-view at evwsports.com.
Buy your fucking pay-per-view.